So it's the next day. I think I was up until about 3 in the morning working on my model, paper model, and that's when I finished it. I've just redesigned the back a little, made it a bit shorter, and well, I'll show you. Yeah, as you can see, this is where it used to come down to, so I've just basically raised that up a little bit, so it's not coming all the way from down here and around. It's a bit more, it'll be very tighter under the arm. And then this is, I think I'm going to try and do the similar what I did before, where that strap comes round and joins onto this strap as well, because at the moment it just sort of comes around and stops. And I think I prefer this smaller back actually. Like, I don't think I needed all of this extra space, because I've just stuck white paper over my old one at the moment, so I could see like the difference in the size, and this is just a massive just waste really. And also here I was trying out the same curvature thought, which I don't know if I like it or not. I think it's less like of a feature, but then the back isn't really meant to be a feature anyway. But like I say, I might actually drag this, so instead of coming up here to this part, it'll come across along here, sort of go up there, and so that I can join the two straps together over the back. I think that means this back bit will protect the wearer from the laces. It means I can do the similar thing to what I had before, where I've had the two bits laying over each other maybe, because this will probably be sewn to this, I imagine, so all of that is one piece and you just sort of have to put your arm through. It's only this bit that's tying to hold on, if that makes sense. I don't want the back bit to be free floating, because if it's not connected to the side, it will be a bit free floating and it might shimmy up. So I think I'm going to have to bring this strap around, like sew it to the front, bring it around, sew it to the back, and then carry it on, and so the flap's about here, and then, like I say, bring that one up so it joins and meets over the top of the back. The only problem with that is I won't end up with this curve probably. If it's there, it might just be straight, I don't know. We'll see, it depends how the angle this is going to play into everything. Because I might do what I did before and bring that down to here, but actually make it follow this curve, and have the other one come along and follow that curve there, and then so it laces up sort of almost horizontally. So yeah, I'm just going to fiddle about with this again, since this sort of corner here, I don't know if that's, yeah, this sort of corner here, it feels a bit almost disjointed to me, like it's just whereas the rest of it's quite smooth. I'm just going to do that and see how that looks like. Back again. I've just finished rearranging the strap, and I don't like it. And it doesn't also work very well. I know I've made it out of paper, but it just doesn't look that great. Let's turn it around and show you. So yeah, like, let's focus that in about there. It doesn't really want to connect to, if I move this around, it doesn't really want to connect to this strap all that well. Like, I've had to shape that strap so much, and then it's not really, like the other ones were pulling more, even though I'd cut them at angles, I'd put them more horizontal together, whereas this one isn't. And I just don't really like the way it's shaped, to be honest. I preferred it when it was the opposite shape. But also, just the way it's connecting here just doesn't feel like it actually really hold it on very well, whereas compared to this one, where I had it down here, it was actually pulling across. So I don't know, I still prefer this smaller back compared to the bigger one. And I think I might have to join it up here like I did, and just live with that sort of a mark I had going on there, as I don't think I can attach it to this one very easily without, because this is about where it would have to go anyway to make it a nice smooth continuous line around to that side. I think I'll be going with the other way around. This is just taking me forever though. Yeah, it's taking just a long time. Like, I must have been doing this for about 2 hours now again, and all I've done is really marked off a small area of the back and redesigned the strap. And I feel like I'm there. I think I'm going to try doing the smaller one and see how that goes, just because the excess, looking at the excess now, it just seems like that was far too much. Like, I like that back idea, but it's not really, it wasn't, I don't know, like, I like the look of the way I had it at the back, almost like a corset, you know, both sides with the flaps and everything, but this one just, I feel like, with it being a lot less material on the back, it's just looks nice to me, rather than just being a big mass of materials. So yeah, like, we've cut off all this, which was just blank space. And then it sort of goes around nicer, I feel, compared to where it was. Because obviously it had to go all the way around there. It can now just join there, and it's like, rather than going down again and around. So I think that's why I prefer that one. And so, I guess that's me again for a while. I need to, because I'm not sure I'm going to be able to mould the leather to this without putting any seams in it. Excuse me. I think I'm going to actually have to practice cutting and joining leather seam by seam rather than on top of each other, so it's like butted up against each other. We'll see, I'll have to practice that and see how it looks, because I've never tried that and I can't seem to find anything about that sort. I can see all the stuff about saddle stitching leather on top of leather but not butting it against each other, so I'm going to give that a go and see how it looks. Doodle-doo. Back again. It's now about 8:30. I think I've been doing this for another 4 or 5 hours today. And considering I've only really played around with the back, is like, where did the time go? But I think, well, hopefully I'll do the magic click, and there we go. And pictures will come up of the different backs I've been doing. And like, I think I've turned up at one I prefer over all the others in my like final design, so let's have a look at that compared to the others. And here it is. I've made it a bit longer because before you can just see the line where it used to come. It used to cut down across here and be more rounded, but now because I'm carrying this belt all the way around that I'd probably stitch on up to about here, I found I needed this angle to be less sharp than it was. Like with my previous one, it wasn't working very well. And then when I made this one bigger on my other test, I made it follow the same curve, which didn't kind of match the front. And also, I think this makes it look better. Like, it doesn't look like it's giving more space here, which I quite like, whereas the other one came all the way up here and was sort of pointing into nothing, whereas this one's sloping back slightly. And I've still got the bits to, like, if I do this with the belt coming around here, I don't actually have to, like with the other one I had a little patch here. When it was shorter, I had to have the little tag on here or put it down here, and both those looked awkward, like it was literally just stuck on. But if I bring this all the way around, it's more continuous, so it won't just be a little bit stuck on. And then the back will act as a protection for the skin from the laces. And over here I've done the same thing. And it matches the front quite nicely. Yeah, I'm still using a shoelace at the moment. But I think overall, it actually works quite well. So that would be the back, and I don't think I've, like, you can still see how much more I had the first time. So this is like the first model I made, but it's just all shifted up slightly, and I know this line following here isn't quite smooth because of the shapes, but if I carry it around it will have to be back down here again, and I still think that the small shape's nicer. Like this is a lot smaller than that was. So this is my proposed back, and then it will go around to this side. Sorry, it's hard to do this with one hand. So this side, like from this angle, isn't too interesting. It's just two straps going across. And then we get back to the front, which is the same as when you probably last saw it. Oh, apart from the straps a little. Oops. This strap's a little more refined. It doesn't hug quite so tight under here as it heads off. But I think that's alright. It gives it a nice swoop. And yeah, that's still the front. I've still got the laces up there, see? So that matches the back with the angles. And you have the bit protecting the neck. And then obviously it goes around. There's just and the start of the belt again. This will probably be a separate part that I sew onto the inside of here. And then sew all the way along, so it connects really tightly with this, because obviously it's going to have a lot of pressure. But yeah, that obviously goes all the way around now, instead of just being a little block here and a little block there. It goes all the way around to the back, where we have our new lace design. I think that's my design all done. So let me know what you think, and I am going to go and make some food. So that's me out. Bye.